So let's start the webinar series on CAT exam strategy to crack CAT 2018. Guys, the tentative schedule of CAT 2018 is live, and as per this tentative schedule, we are going to have the exam of CAT 2018 somewhere near to November 25, 2018. The day is coming near to you, and we are just 7 months away from that time, and we are just having 7 months of time for to write CAT 2018. This is an ideal time to start the preparation program, and for the same, we are going to discuss the different strategies which needs to be followed to score good percentile in CAT 2018. Let's start with the small introduction. My name is Ritesh Singh. I belong to a small city of Bihar known as Chhapra. I graduated from IIT Delhi in year 2012, and after that, I worked for a couple of years in Bosch, where I had cracked two patents, four innovation reports. In between, I have written CAT, where I scored a decent percentile there, cracked the interviews also of IIM ABC, and after that, I decided to get into the education sector. So I started Ecovation with my friend Akshat, who was my college mate, and within a very short span of time, it has a pan India reach where more than 7 lakh learners are on the platform, and more than 5,000 plus educators are taking courses on the platform. The very great part of this is in a very short span of couple of years, it has expanded globally. We won 16 awards, and more than 78 news articles are written on Ecovation, on the success story of Ecovation. The very recent and very powerful award which we won recently is the Prime Minister Excellence Award for Best Innovation of 2018, and that was given to Unnayan Baka project, which we did it in collaboration with the district administration of Baka district. So this is one of the great achievement for the entire team and all their stakeholders who are linked with Ecovation, and it has right from the beginning, it has created impact on education system, and it is keep on doing that regularly. So let's start with the focus on CAT exam. We are going to see the different possibilities which are the diversity of the examination and the strategy related to this. So to start with, let's cover this question, that how it is different from the different examinations which we had written in our higher secondary schools like JE. So one of the very clear statement which most of the mentors and experts have said, that it is not a JE exam. Why it is not a JE exam is because the JE exam, where the JE needs expects you to solve the most difficult question of a topic. You should know in and out of everything of that topic. CAT exam never goes into that depth and cover more of a surface layer of the different topic. More importantly, it also involves the diverse parameters. So it checks you on the diverse parameter on basic syllabus of the different topics which we have covered from 10th to 12th in our basic English and maths lesson. So basically, that is the approach what CAT exam is following. We most of the time get confused related to this exam, and we always so even some of the coaching institutes are following this strategy, where they are getting into the very depth of the topic. They're asking too tough questions related to the topic, which is sometimes very irrelevant. you know uh, Basically, it does not so it does not expect you to become king of one topic. king of one topic, but it's more, it expects you to become jack of all. So you need to cover more on the surface layer, and getting into bit of depth, but not entirely into the topic. So let's focus on depth is there in the cat. So three keys of success is, the very first is a revision, which with most of the topics which we have covered in school syllabus, we need to revise that. We need to do the practice, and very third and very important part is the mentorship, right? So these are the three keys of success which we will maintain continuously during our preparation, and we'll see how to do that. So let's get into the section wise discussion. We'll see how to approach different sections. The very first to start with, let's get into the quant section and its syllabus. We all know the syllabus of quant section, and it covers numerous topics which we have covered in the syllabus of 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th of school mathematics. People who are not coming from maths background, they follow, they face a bit of a challenge in getting into the topics which are from 11th and 12th, especially topics like permutation, combination, probability, function, binomial theorem, inequalities, even the some of the part of the quadratic equation also gets into the syllabus of 12th. So point is, even if you are not belonging to the maths, so you have not taken maths in your 11th and 12th, you do not have to worry. As I said, it's not like a JEE exam where they are going to check the entire depth of the knowledge of yours into these mathematic topics, but it's more towards, you know knowing the basic concepts of it. Okay, so rather than covering the entire thing, you can choose some of the topics which you are loving, and if even if you are not good in some topic, that is also fine. So out of 30 question, even if you are solving some 25, 26 questions, that is also very fine. But we must understand this, that when we are going to the exam hall, we should understand what we know, what we do not. And if you have that clarity, you are going to perform great in quant section and overall in cat examination. So that is the key to success in cat examination. Moving ahead, let's come to the important possibilities which can be there in this. Very first, taking each and every topic, let's take quadratic equation. So there is a possibility that you have a basic idea of the topic, and the very second possibility is you do not have the basic idea of the topic. Then how to approach to these sections? Excuse me. So the very first one is, if you have the basic idea of the topic, you can start with the level one questions. Okay, you can directly jump onto the practice of the questions, and then very next part is again, that you'll be having two possibilities after attempting the level one questions, level one test. Either you'll be getting a marks which is above threshold, which is given in these question paper, that if you are scoring more than a certain marks, that is okay, that defines that you have good knowledge of the topic. And the very second possibility is, so if you are getting more than threshold marks, you can jump to the next level of questions. The second possibility here is you're not getting above threshold marks. In that situation, you can watch concept videos, okay, and again follow the cycle, okay. So why we are following this is because we want to prevent, the wastage of time. So if you know the basic of the topic, you do not have to go through the basic level one video concept videos. You can directly start with, so people who are coming from maths background or from engineering, segment, they can directly get into the level one question and can start solving these things. Okay, if you're not getting if you're not able to recall the topic and not getting the marks above threshold, you can always go to the concept video session and can revise the concept. Okay, moving ahead, let's get into the second scenario where you do not have basic idea of the topic. In that situation, you can start with the concept video, and then you can write level 1 test, and again the same cycle you can follow. Now, the very important thing which we need to understand and acknowledge it also, that what what are the basic material which we are following to revise the topic, or to practice the topic. What is the material we are choosing? Is it of a good quality? That is going to decide everything for you. If it is not of a high quality, then even if so you are attempting questions, you will be able to solve it, and then it will not be up to the mark of the cat exam. So point is, the this threshold marks on the level 1 quizzes, level 1 practice papers, level 2 practice papers, this threshold marks needs very good relation with the actual cat exam paper. Even if it's a very tough, even if it will be very tough. So let's say the second scenario, when the paper will be, so practice paper are of a super tough level, that will also not going to solve the purpose. Okay, so that's where the role of educators comes into the picture. That's where the role of mentors comes to the picture. You need to discuss these things with the mentors. You need to rely on to these people who have successfully cracked the cat exam, or know the exam very close to their heart. So that's where it's very important. And what I'll suggest is, always do your due diligence before joining any such programs, and then join these programs, because otherwise you will be wasting your time, which is more precious than that of the money. Okay, again, these programs can cost you around 20-25,000 rupees. So that is something which doesn't going to matter after a year or two if you will successfully crack the exam. But the more precious part is time. If you will get into a wrong program, and if you will not be able to follow things, then it will become a great concern for everyone. So that's where you should be very choosy in terms of selecting the appropriate program for yourself, and based on that you should move ahead. Okay, so the role of mentors and the educators are very very important. Please, so if you have joined any such program of cat, you should get into the level where you should interact with mentors. There should be one to one discussion. There should be time given to you where you can discuss things with your educators, with your mentors, to change things which are change, to work on the gaps which you have in the preparation phase, right? So that is something which is very important, which you need to cover up. Okay, moving ahead, let's get into another important topic, important point, which is, while watching the videos, doing the test papers, attempting questions, you should make your own notes, because you will encounter different kinds of concepts which might not be familiar to you. And so at that point, it's very important for you to note it down, because revision will be the key in cracking cat. So must take notes with your learning. That is something which we are suggesting to each and every individual who are the part of equations program of cat exam. Okay, must do that. Okay, moving ahead, let's come to the verbal section. This is one of the section where people who are coming from engineering background faces trouble the way people who are coming from non-math background faces trouble in quant part. So the good thing here is with practice you can again make your verbal section very comfortable for yourself. So do not prepare for verbal like you would for quants. So for quant, it's the strategy should be different. For the verbal, it should be different. Okay, let's see how. Verbal needs altogether a different strategy where you have to form a, a reading habit. Okay, continuously you need to read things which are suggested by your mentors, the reading assignments given to you in the program. So that is something which is going to change the level of your verbal verbal level to the zeroth level, to the level where you will be able to score 98, 99 percentile in verbal section. The only thing is you need to form an habit of reading. Okay, why so is because the major section of verbal is RC, and that needs a good reading speed, a good analytic speed to acknowledge what is there in the paragraph, and based on that you can do wonders in verbal. Best part is it takes very less time. The possibility of doing error is much lesser than that of quant, and because either you know the things or you do not. So point is here, you can it's just like either if you are knowing the things, you're going to attempt it correctly, or otherwise you'll be leaving the question. So here also, topic test and its critical analysis is essential. So if you are writing the test of verbal section, after writing the test, you need to analyze over the mistakes which you are committing there. That is something which is really important. So if you're writing a test, please do not skip. After getting the marks of the test, do not just go away. So if it's a one, so let's take a thumb rule. That's if that is that if you are investing 1 hour of time in writing the test of verbal, you should give good 20 to 30 minutes to analyze your mistakes which you have done in the paper, and then based on that you should make a note of that, so that you cannot repeat. So you're not supposed to repeat similar mistakes in different tests. This is valid for each and every section of cat exam, and especially for verbal, because it is going to play a crucial role in cracking the examination. Okay, the very fourth part, what generally people thinks of, generally are very much worried about their grammar and vocabulary. But the very clear part is, in cat exam you do not really have to worry for grammar and vocabulary. By doing this, by establishing the reading habit, you are going to change. So you are going to find that you'll start scoring in verbal section. So it's not essential to be strong in grammar and vocabulary, and with practice you will be in a very good position where you will be going to acknowledge the sense of both. Okay, so further, so these are the various types of questions which you will be seeing in verbal section. The most important and very crucial is reading comprehension. You need to do good focus on reading comprehension, and never take it easily to these reading comprehension, because the kind of diversity which is there in RC is immense. You cannot predict what kind of comprehension is going to appear in your paper. It can be a scientific article, it can be a business related article, it can be anything, it can be a story which is there. So that's where a very important strategy which is suggested by many of the people, that you should start reading editorials, because in daily newspaper you will find different topics covered by these these editorial articles. And point is, so here, while reading these editorial articles, we have to take care of two more things. Very first one, so when you are reading, read it carefully. And after reading, the first thing which you have to do is take the newspaper away and write down the points which is there in your head. Okay, all the important critical points which are there in your head, you are supposed to write those points on a piece of paper. And the very second thing, very important part of this is, again, you have to go back to the article and you have to see that what are the things which you have covered and what are the things which you have missed. If you are going to do this on regular basis, I can bet on this that this section of RC will become the strongest section of yours. So please start doing this habit. This is one of the strategy which can help you in scoring the best possible marks in verbal section. Okay, so and others, you can, by practicing, you can do good number of, you can be of a level where you can score good marks in grammar and verbal reasoning. Okay, so there you just have to practice with the practice material provided by different programs. Okay, so you can definitely stick to that. So this is a very quick tip which I would like to give on the verbal section. And so just for the note, we are going to do webinars on especially on each and every topics, and different experts are going to come to cover the details of each and every section and their strategies, tips, everything. Okay, so let's go to the next section of DI and LR. And because this is the most lovable topic of examiners, as I said, we are going to cover the details of DI and LR, data interpretation and logical reasoning, in our very next webinar, where we are going to tell you each and every possible strategies which you need to follow to crack DI and LR. This is the most difficult. Uh, so in last 2-3 years of CAT examinations, people are finding the level of DILR to be the toughest level. So you need to cover it very neatly, and we are going to take a very specific webinar focused on DILR topic. Good thing is people have started asking questions. I suggest others who are watching, please start asking questions. If you are watching it in other sections, so if you're watching this video in a later hours, put your question in comment section. I'm going to take the question and answer the question there in the comment section. So keep asking your questions in comment section, and I'm going to answer this on personal level. So moving ahead, uh, let's discuss about the general approach of CAT exam. And that is again going to be a very important topic which we have to cover. And the very first one is, most of the people who are writing CAT are working professionals. People who are in a final year now, they are again going to join companies. So point is, guys, the study plan which you should follow is, you should give at least 1 hour per day on weekdays. Okay, and from now, we are 7 months away from the exam. From now, if you will start working on it, I'm very sure that you will be at the level where you will be scoring more than 98 percentile. And so you need to give a good thought about our other competitors also who are going to write the exam. Okay, most of them are trying to crack the exam in last minutes of, or last month of by giving 1 month preparation time to the entire exam. That's really difficult to match, the difficult to cover the entire syllabus, because the kind of diversity CAT exam has, Not a single person has the full understanding of all three sections, and that is the reason why, if you have 7 months of time in your hand, and if you're giving 1 hour per day to the study of it, you can easily cover the entire topic, getting to the level where you will be able to start solving cat questions, and that is going to give you a great hold on exam. Because remember one thing, if I'll give the cat paper to you and I'll ask you to solve it in an entire day, I'm very sure you are going to solve the entire paper by yourself. But here the constraint is of the time. You are only having limited time to write the paper, and that's where practice matters a lot. The mock test, the topic tests, all of those topic tests and mock tests is going to help you in preparing for the D-Day. Okay, so stick to this study plan from today. Give 1 hour per day to your preparation. Get a good mentor for yourself, get a good educator for yourself. I'm very sure you are going to crack the exam with a great percentile. Okay, moving ahead, uh, as the three tips given in the very first section, you need to learn, you need to practice, and then you need to discuss. These are the three important part of the preparation program. Always do this: learn, practice, and discuss. With these three things, you can definitely going to crack the exam. Now, role of equation. So the very first thing is, which is so the one of the thing which I would like to tell you, in last 3 years of time when we have started the program of cat preparation on equation, I would like to tell you that we are having more than 15% traction of the people who are writing the CAT examination. 15% people who are going to write out of all people. 15% of the people are preparing from equation, either from the free group and from the paid group. So there are a great number of people who are coming on the platform now and writing tests, as discussing things with the mentors, discussing things with the toppers. So the very first role where Ecovation is going to bring value for you is through learning and discussion groups. So one dedicated group which we have given to CAT 2018 preparation, which you can join it for free, no cost involved at all. Great, so good number of questions are getting discussed there. That is on group code 394162. So steps to join this learning and discussion group is, you can download Equation app, you can join this group code using the group 6-digit number 394162, and you can be the part of the program, where the kind of people we have. There are toppers who are there in the group. There are good number of peers you will be finding there. More than thousands of peers will be there in that group, who will be helping you out with your doubts. And even you will also get benefited when they'll ask questions. You will get the idea of the variety of questions which are coming in the group. Okay, the very second, a very important role is through webinars and learning materials. We also provide webinars. So regularly, we'll be doing webinars on CAT. Regularly, we'll be providing learning materials. So there is a separate website which is dedicated to that. That is mba.ecovation.com. You can always go there and can check for the learning materials. Lots of learning materials are uploaded there. mba.ecovation.com. And on webinars, there are series of webinars on facts we have done, and in future also we'll be doing. Chavi Gupta, she is the topper of last CAT 2017. She also had taken a webinar on different topics of CAT with Equation. Also, she is the part of this group 394168 CAT 2018 exam preparation group, the learning and free group, which I discussed just now. She's the part of the program, so she's also sometime going to help you with this strategy to crack. So you should join this group for sure. uh, Very third and very important way of involvement of Ecovation in CAT preparation program is through complete learning package. So in Ecovation landing, so equation.com website, you can go to The course section and test preparation section, you will be finding varieties of programs which we are offering. CAT Super 50 program is one of the flagship program of Ecovation, where this time more than 43 people have scored more than 98 percentile out of these 50 people. That's the flagship program. The very important other program is the CAT Complete Package program. Here we are giving opportunity. So there are four important elements which is offered in CAT preparation program, complete preparation program course, which is the very first is concept video of each and every topic. Then topic test and mock test, which is more than 350 and very focused on what is asked in CAT examination. The very third, one-to-one discussion with mentors on the gaps which you are having in preparation. Very fourth, very important, the personalized learning experience through adaptive learning technique, which is implemented using machine learning technique over getting the data set. So we build this by getting the data set of more than lakhs of students, and we have built this personalized learning experience for you. So if you are really serious about the program, you should be the part of complete preparation program. Other than that, CAT Achievers program is a year long test series program. We are going to test series. You are going to get the test series, especially people who are having difficulty in just one section. For them also we have offered we are all having offerings related to this specific topic preparation program, CAT quant program, CAT verbal program, which you can discover on ecovation.com. So go ahead and explore the possible the way you want to engage with ecovation. I'm very sure it will be very fruitful engagement, and you're going to get a lot of things out of it. Okay, so guys, time for Q&A. I have few of the questions which you guys have asked to me. I'll just take that. Apurv Gupta has asked how to prepare for verbal section. Apurv, I hope you got the idea. I've discussed the entire things, also the important parts which are important tips which we have given. In upcoming webinar, we are going to cover first DILR, then verbal, and then quant. And there you will be getting the entire details of everything. Rajat has asked, sir, you said about verbal that we should read a lot, but what should we read and from where? So Rajat, very one thing which is very accessible to us is the editorial articles, and you don't have to buy a newspaper. Just go onto the website, search for the editorial article on daily basis, just read one article. And the way I suggested, do not just read but also uh, note down the points which you remember after reading the article, and then do the analysis also. What are the things which you have covered and what are the things which you have not? And this way you are going to make your RC section very strong, and that is going to play an important role to score great in verbal section. The very third one is how to prepare for verbal section. So Shank, I guess I just answered Apurv Gupta question. I guess it is the answer is very similar for you too. I have discussed the tips. I mean, you can always go back into this video and can watch the tips which I have given for the verbal section. So guys, till now I've taken three questions. The other questions I can definitely take. What you can do is you can ask your questions. If you have any further questions, you can ask into the comment section, and I'm going to personally reply to all those questions. So looking forward for your participation on Ecovation's program. If you have any questions, you can always call to our program managers, which is their numbers are given into the website of Ecovation. Go ahead and explore that, and all the very best for the CAT examination. Just 7 months away from this time, so you should start preparing for the exam now. Thank you